student, this is the class for 7th standard, subject social, and we completed that lessons, okay va. So equal lesson is over. In civics first lesson it is over. Okay, today we are going to say about history first lesson, sources of medieval India. Okay, so sources mean we know that evidences regarding about medieval India. Medieval mean Middle India. Okay, so introduction part. The periods from AD refers briefly know about Anno Domini. Okay, so it is the time of Jesus Christ. Okay, it is the time of birth of Jesus Christ. Okay, that is why they declare as a AD. Okay, so AD 700 to 1209. This is the time is classified as a early medieval period. Okay, so from this to this, it is classified as the early medieval India. And periods from AD CE 1200 to 1700, it is known as the later medieval India. Okay, later medieval period. So this is the two classifications. This is the two classifications of periods. Okay, early medieval period and also later medieval period. Okay, so in the history of India. Okay, so these are the two classifications of period about Indian history. Okay, so what we are going to, in this period there will be numerous and varied sources available to study about the medieval India. Okay, these are the periods to know about the sources, many sources available in order to study about the medieval India. Okay, so from this information glean means gathered from, okay, inscription, monuments and coins. Okay, so these information we can get from inscriptions and also monuments and coins only. So these are the sources left by Arabs, Persian and Turkish. Okay, so these evidences are left by, okay, left by Arabs, Persian and Turkish. Okay, so these evidences are sources called as a first-hand information. Okay, so these are the sources they can tell. Okay, they can shortly denote as a first-hand information. Okay, this first-hand informations why they left mean in order to know the life of the kings. Okay, at the time about the life of the kings and also the common people we have to know. That is why this is called as the first-hand information we are telling. So next one is the opinions of the courtier. Courtier means one who work in the king's court. Okay, so it is one side and the informations. Okay, with the information written in hyperbolic language. Hyperbolic means that is one kind of style of written language. Okay, so about these languages is about the king's achievements. Okay, so the achievements of the kings will be written in a hyperbolic languages. Okay, so next one is famous words of Coffee Cons. Okay, so he said one thing. Okay, one message given that was given by Coffee Cons. Okay, he is a courtier of Emperor Aurangzeb. Okay, he is working as a courtier in Aurangzeb court. Okay, he is telling that it is the duty of the historian to be faithful, to have no hope of profit, no fear of injury, to show no partiality on one side or animosity on the other side, to know the difference between the friend and stranger, and to write nothing but with the sincerity. Okay, but he is telling that, okay, if any person working as a courtier means it is the duty of the historian. The historian duty is to faithful. Okay, they should be faithful means honest. Okay, to have no hope of profit, they will not work for profit alone. Okay, and no fear of injury. Okay, they will not fear about whatever wounded they had. Okay, and to show no partiality on the other one side. Okay, but they will not show any partial between the kings or any person working in the court. Okay, and animosity means pagai. Okay, but there will be no animosity on the other, and to know the difference between, the historian has to know the difference between friend and stranger. Okay, and to write nothing, they will not write nothing but sincerity. They have to write about the sincerity of the people and also the people working in the court. Okay, but they have to write about their sincerity alone. He is telling that. Who is telling that? Coffee Con is this is the statement and also famous words given by Coffee Cons. Okay, next one is sources. Okay, well, sources are classified into two types. First one is primary sources and second one is secondary sources. Okay, well, so if we take primary sources, mean what are all called as the primary sources? Inscription, monuments, coins. Okay, well, inscription we know that on rock they will exaggerate anything or draw on anything or written anything. Okay, well, it is called inscription. In Tamil we can say it as a kalvettukal. So next one the monuments. Monument means the statues. Okay, well, நினைவு சின்னங்கள் we will tell in Tamil. Next coins, you know that நாணயங்கள். Okay, well, these are called as a primary sources. Okay, next one is secondary sources. Okay, wow. So what are all the sources called as the secondary sources? First one is literary works. Literary works means in Tamil we can say it is இலக்கிய வேலைப்பாடு. Okay, wow. So that is called as the secondary sources. And chronicles. Chronicle means what are all the events happen. No, that events will be arranged in order wise. That is called chronicles. Okay. Next travelogues. Travelogue is nothing but any person who travelled from one country to another country and also they written the books about the particular country they travel. So that is called travelogues. In their experiences, what all places they had seen. Okay, but that is they will written in a written document. That is called as a travelogue. Okay, next biography. Biography means any persons about simple details. Okay, wow. That is called as a biography. And autobiographies. Okay, autobiography is nothing but the persons. Okay, wow, the historian person or any other person about the life from birth to death. Okay, with the details, full details we have to write. That is called as a autobiography. Okay, wow. Thank you, students.